Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just...
Trying to take it back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the stripe tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for the Gators. Stand up and holler.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Back to throw, it's Callaway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. First and 10 for the offense. Power football with the run. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability...
Turning it on! Running through contact. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on third down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on fourth?
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just plowing ahead. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Dropping back, it's Callaway. A strike downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. first play of the drive, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Gators line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that?
Picks up the first down.
We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The play action fake. He'll try to do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not.
He's got it, first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Gators will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hauser. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. This offense starting to impose its dominance. 13th play of the drive coming. Safe completion on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Just keeps slinging it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking it.
Touchdown, Gators! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Callaway. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds a man on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 1st down for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but Give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. A running back has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's second and long. Back to throw, it's Callaway. Finds his tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Off-play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Vincent. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Just feeds the running back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He'll do it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Callaway. Makes the catch. Really nice job to get him past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Jones. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. Here's the handoff. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Fires left. Quick completion on the out. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the play fake. Looking left. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky. A great catch and run for 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run to the left. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Throws to the wideout. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. One final play before the end of the quarter. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. From the gun, the ground game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Got him downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have a lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got it in the middle, it's Hauser. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
He's got him this time. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Runs through the tackle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Makes the grab on the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it back on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That trip to the end zone ties us up, and tying up is exactly what these two teams should do. They look just like mirror images.
No doubt. Two big boys going at it, making big plays. Who's going to make this play late in the game to take their team over the top? Nice individual effort. Your turn to answer.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Callaway. Oh, they're after him! And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the the fourth. Gonna sling it on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. The give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely perfect. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Callaway. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Looking downfield on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 35, he's open. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from them.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that.